we're going to calculate -4 minus 3. We are going to change the subtraction problem to an addition problem by changing -3 to adding the opposite of 3. Remember, subtraction means adding the opposite. So this problem is equal to -4 plus the opposite of 3. So plus -3. So to change subtraction to addition, you will add the opposite. So now we will use our number line method that we learned from the previous section. The first number is -4, so we will start on the number line at -4. We are adding a -3, therefore we will go to the left 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So our answer is -7. The next problem is 4 minus 7. We will compute this problem using the money method. We can change any subtraction problem into an addition problem by adding the opposite. We can rewrite this problem as an addition problem as 4 plus -7. To understand this problem in terms of money, let's pretend we have a bank account with Uncle Larry. We deposited $4 into our bank account. This is indicated by the +4. Then we go shopping and we write a check for $7. Writing a check is withdrawing money from our bank account, and that is signified with the -7. So what would your bank account read now? Your statement would say that you have overdrawn $3. We indicate we have overdrawn using a -3. So the answer to the problem 4 minus 7 is -3. The next problem is -5 minus 2. We will use the triple S or the triple D method to do this problem. We can change any subtraction problem to an addition problem by adding the opposite. This problem can be written as an addition problem as -5 plus -2. Now we will decide whether we will use the triple S or the triple D method. In this problem, we have -5 plus -2. We are adding two numbers with the same sign. We will add the two numbers, taking their sum, and then we will keep the same sign. So -5 plus -2, we will add the numbers and get 7, and keep the sign. The sign is negative, so our answer is -7. Our next problem is 3 minus -3. We can change any subtraction problem to an addition problem by adding the opposite. To change this problem, we are going to add the opposite of -3. The opposite of -3 is +3. So 3 minus -3 is equivalent to saying 3 plus 3. And we don't need any fancy method to solve this problem. 3 plus 3 is 6. This problem is -4 minus -7. We can rewrite any subtraction problem as an addition problem by adding the opposite. We can rewrite this problem as -4 plus the opposite of -7, which is +7. So -4 minus -7 can be rewritten as -4 plus 7. Minus a negative becomes addition. Now we need to determine whether we will use the triple S or the triple D method. We are adding a -4 and a +7. The signs are different, so we will use the triple D method. In order to use the triple D method, we will compute the difference of the absolute values of the two numbers. Then we will keep the sign of the dominant number. The dominant number is the number that has a larger absolute value. For this problem, we will subtract 7 minus 4, which gives us 3. The dominant number is 7. 7 has a larger absolute value than negative 4. The 7 is positive, so therefore our answer will also be positive. Negative 4 plus 7 is equal to positive 3. This problem is negative 3 minus negative 5. We can change any subtraction problem to an addition problem by adding the opposite. We can change this problem to negative 3 plus the opposite of negative 5, which is 5. The problem negative 3 minus negative 5 is equivalent to negative 3 plus 5. When we have minus a negative, we can change it to addition. Now we will use the sign chip method to compute this problem. We can illustrate the negative 3 with 3 negative chips. We can illustrate adding 5 with 5 positive chips. Now we will cross off pairs of positive and negative chips to symbolize that a positive chip and a negative chip is equal to 0. 2 positive chips are left, therefore our answer is positive 2. Negative 3 plus 5 is equal to 2. In this problem, we will be adding 3 integers. We will start by adding 4 plus negative 3. The signs are different, so we will take the difference of the absolute values of the two numbers. 4 minus 3 is 1. Then we will keep the sign of the dominant number. The dominant number is 4. The number 4 is positive, therefore our answer is positive. Now we will add 1 plus negative 8. The signs are different, so we subtract the absolute values, taking the difference. 8 minus 1 is 7. Then we will keep the sign of the dominant number. The dominant number is 8. The 8 is negative, therefore our answer is negative. So our final answer is negative 7. Again, we are going to be computing more than one integer by addition and subtraction. First, we will rewrite this problem as the sum of integers. We can rewrite any subtraction problem as an addition problem by adding the opposite. So to change minus 5, we can write plus negative 5. We will start by adding negative 4 plus negative 5. The signs are both negative, so the signs are the same. So we will take the sum of the absolute values and get 9. Then we will keep the sign. The sign is negative, so our answer is negative. Then we will add positive 9 to this. Negative 9 plus 9. The signs are different, so we take the difference of the absolute values. 9 minus 9 is equal to 0. Our answer is 0.